Yo, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to show you how to play Fuse. Fuse, like many other legends, kind of launched underpowered, but he got some good buffs a short while ago, and I kind of enjoy playing him, so that's why he's getting a guide now. Honestly, this video shouldn't be too long because Fuse is a pretty straightforward character, and once you get accustomed aiming grenades with your arm launcher and using his knuckle cluster, then he's pretty easy to play. Timestamps are in the comment section below. I'm trying to get to 3k subs, so go ahead, drop a sub and help me out. But yeah, let's jump into the video. Starting with his tactical, the knuckle cluster. This is a cluster bomb that can stick to surfaces or enemies and sets off smaller explosions after a second. You have 2 projectiles with a 15-second cooldown. It does 10 damage if you stick an enemy before the other explosions start going off. This won't affect teammates, but you can hurt yourself, so be careful where you shoot these. You can tap the button to do a quick launch or hold it to aim, and switching weapons will cancel it. Now, Fuse has 2 passives. The first allows you to stack 2 grenades in one slot in your backpack, and the second lets you launch grenades into orbit. The second passive, this does let you launch grenades using his arm, and this way lets you throw grenades a lot further and much faster. But you can toggle this, so you can use your hand or the arm launcher to throw grenades. You can toggle the throwing with your hands if you don't want to launch grenades too far, but I don't. If you look at the very end of the grenade line, there's a little hook right there. I aim at that. Just put that little hook on the ground where you want the grenades to go, and you shouldn't really be overshooting them. His ult just launches a ring of fire. That's pretty much it. On the right side, you'll see this ring that fills up. This lets you know how far you can send the ring of fire. This fire will slow anyone that walks through it, even your teammates and you, especially you. Not only could it kill you, but it will hurt and slow you down the entire time you're dying. If enemies are caught in the ring, they'll be highlighted as long as they stay in it. But the highlight isn't as good as a scan from the Recon Legends. It's just, a little hard to see, or maybe that's just me, my eyesight sucks. But if you got 20/20 vision, then maybe you'll see people highlighted in the ring better than me. And the cooldown for this ability is 2 minutes. When it comes to playing Fuse, his abilities are best at medium to long range. If you like playing, really up close and aggressive, then he's not gonna fit your playstyle. Fuse is great at 2 things: making people move and keeping them back. Your tactical is great against campers and defensive legends, especially Rampart. So to fight teams that are really hunkered down, spam your Q at them and push up once you get them to move around a bit. As soon as an enemy hides behind cover, hit your tactical and make them move, especially if you can't get a good line of sight on somebody but you know they're there. You just need to know the general area where someone is hiding and just use your tactical. The main tip here is just, as Fuse, you need to be constantly using your tactical and bombarding enemies, pushing them out into the open. Your tactical has a lot of destructive power. One of your projectiles can destroy doors, caustic traps, Loba and Revenant ults, Rampart walls, and Watson's fences. If it's a placeable gadget or ability, then Fuse can destroy it, except for Watson's ult. Her ult will snatch up all your abilities, even your ult, so shoot her ult with your gun before using your abilities or you'll just waste them. Now, Fuse is good at range, but trying to use his abilities up close might get you killed, because the animations are kinda long and you put away your weapons, so using your tactical when someone is right in front of you is a gamble. It might work, or it might not, but that's on you if you want to take that risk. Your tactical will never do enough damage to kill someone who has shields on, so using it when you're desperate, yeah, just use your gun instead. But shooting someone while your explosions are damaging them, they'll die extremely fast that way. If you're fighting from a distance, when you hit someone with your tactical or grenades, use it constant ticks of the damage numbers to track where they're running, and then hit them with another Q or grenade when they stop. Normally I prefer arc stars, but when playing Fuse I prefer to stack up on thermites. This is good, so if you like using the rampage, then you have a lot of thermites to use to charge up with. Also, because if I'm spamming grenades at enemies, I don't want them to run away without taking damage, so spamming thermites knocks people pretty quickly since it also slows them down. I mainly use my Q to get people to move around, but I will spam grenades in situations where I know for sure I can get a knockdown. So that's mainly indoors or places where enemies are close to each other in enclosed spaces, and they don't have that much room to run around. Unless you're in an open area and enemies are close together, where you can trap them all in the center of your ult. Don't aim at the center, you just kind of want to use the edge of the circle to drop fire on your enemies and cause a lot of damage. If you have people trapped in the center of your fire, spam your tactical and grenades so they'll have to either run into the fire or take damage from your grenades. Plus your ult pairs well with Caustic's his ultimate, his gas, and Horizon's ult, pulling enemies in so they can't run away. This ult also has other uses besides how it's supposed to be used. So firstly, you can use the zoom on your ult to kind of scout ahead because it zooms in pretty far. And secondly, you can also use it to buy you time by using it to keep enemies back. So you want to drop this in places like choke points to block their path, so they'll either have to wait till the fire dies down or find another way around. This is not an ability people normally go, yeah, I'll tank that damage and push up. No, everybody stays away from this fire, so use that to your advantage. Buy yourself time to heal up, revive teammates, or block paths if you're being chased or when the ring is closing in on your enemies. So again, medium range is where you want to be. Fuse is great for third partying. If you see enemies bunched up, use your tactical, spam grenades, and your ult. But just be aware if you decide to use your tactical in close range or indoors, because it can damage you and it might destroy doors that you might need for cover later. And don't forget to spam your tactical during fights to push enemies in the open for your team. So when you're playing Fuse, your job is to pretty much just harass anyone you're fighting. You don't want them to feel safe anywhere because they'll be seeing a grenade icon next to them if they stay still for too long, and that's how you play Fuse. Drop a comment below if you have any more tips, and if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe for more Apex content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.